Nanner is on the dash. Snow is in the driver's seat. And Curt is calling the shots.
Never.
And it is moving day, guys.
It is moving day.
We are in rainy season in a rainforest in Costa Rica. So we've been getting wet, like soggy cats.
Yeah, it's raining.
But we've been hanging out here at this beautiful Blue River. And now we're gonna get back to getting some supplies.
Yes.
We need to go to the grocery store. We need to get some fuel. We're topped off with water. The shower's fresh. And then we're gonna go someplace else.
Someplace else, yes.
Got us a piña.
Nice roadside piña.
All right, guys, first chore underway. We got to get some fuel. Snow's masking up.
All right. Time to do some grocery shopping, guys. Let's go see what we can find in here. So the grocery shopping trip is done. The van is full of fuel. We have plugged in the coordinates to our next campsite. It's about time to pull out of here.
Turn right onto Corridor Nor Atlantico.
Just like the GPS is telling us to do. All right, so we're headed east, kind of southeast here in Costa Rica. We're headed to, we're not going there yet, but we're getting closer to a very famous touristy area of Costa Rica called the Arenal volcano type area. We're headed down this really cool road through the mountains up into the clouds. I believe it's probably got to be really close to a cloud forest type area. It's been a bit of a bumpy road, but it's been beautiful. And at the end of this road, we hope to find a campsite that we've read is going to be pretty awesome and overlooks Lake Arenal, which is right next to the Arenal famous touristy area. But we are definitely not in the touristy area here. We are out there, way out there on this beautiful bumpy road. So hopefully it's everything we expect when we get there.
When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass among the flowers. We just let the days pass by. People would tell us to get a grip of ourselves and get a job. We didn't care what we were told, 'cause when we were younger, we used to sit on the grass and go, damn, I don't wanna grow old. I wish I could turn back time. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It was impossible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing?
So we've arrived at our first little camp spot.
So we can stay, it's up here, it's gonna be free, so I don't know if we can afford that.
I don't know.
They have kind of bathrooms, but she doesn't know if they're clean. They're kind of closed, so.
What about
we'll have
Wi-Fi?
a place. She says they have Wi-Fi, it comes and goes.
All right.
And
So we're getting settled in to our new camp here overlooking the lake. It just quit raining and Curt was walking around and he spotted a toucan. We saw some earlier, but he's able to get these for you guys. There he is, hard at it. And the kitties, well, they want to know what's going on too. Look at that pretty lake out there, guys. We'll show you this place, don't worry. But for now, it's toucans.
I wish I could turn back time. stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It wasn't possible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing smokes from your parents? Sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free. When we were 17. When we were 17.
Vanna, do you hear the toucans? Do you hear all those birds? You pretty girl. It's been raining since we got here, or cloudy and overcast and misting. We are in the rainforest during rainy season. But we woke up this morning and you can see. So look, there's beautiful Lake Arenal. And look at there, on the other side of the lake, sticking up, the beautiful Arenal volcano. So cool. So she's closed down right now because of COVID. She let some people park their cars here that had to go home. She cranks them every few days. She's very nice, guys, super sweet. She even opened up the laundry room. And we're in here getting some laundry done. I mean, we're washing the couch cushions, the comforter. We're getting it all done here in the laundry room. How's it going, Curtie?
Getting it done in the laundry room.
Getting it done in the laundry room. Let me show you all the other side over here. There's a kitchen with lots of nice tables. Some nice rocking chairs. Not only is it a beautiful campsite for us, birds flying everywhere. It's very functional too. It's got decent Wi-Fi. The water is potable, so we're able to just fill up the van from the water hose, which is nice. But here's the kitchen that we could use. We've still been cooking in the van for the most part. But Curt did come over and use the microwave for a baked potato to speed that up. Out back, she's got some goats. Maybe Curt will show you the goats in a little while. And then there's just birds everywhere. All over the place. Beautiful birds. The lake keeps going over here on the side. It's just pretty here and peaceful.
I gotta tell you, this has been a beautiful place. And it's not like I've been out adventuring or we've done anything spectacular, but it's just been a relaxing place to get caught up on work and some of the behind the scenes stuff. You know, we're shipping to South America pretty soon, so we've got to start doing some logistic planning for that. We just decided that Snow's gonna fly back and get the vaccine, and so she'll be leaving real soon. So this was just the perfect place to just kind of get all that stuff done. And I gotta tell you, the owner, Alexandra, has been amazing. She just opened up her property and her house for free. We did give her some money, and the reason we were so insistent on giving her money is that she has a worker here, Maria, who I'll show you right here. But Alejandra met Maria about 6 years ago, and she was homeless and needed some help. She has 2 children, and so she put her to work here. And then Alejandra also said that if she feeds the goats, she'll get a couple baby goats so that when they're grown up, she can milk them and take the market. So Alejandra has just helped her out in so many ways. But so every day at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., they come down here and she brings 1 or 2 of her boys down and they help cut the grass and they carry it up over those goats and those sheep to feed. But we've watched him work on this property. She's turning it into some beautiful homes and houses. She already has some stuff here, but it's a work in progress. But just such beautiful, nice people to open up for us, and just a relaxing, enjoyable place to get stuff done. So
we are headed to the capital, San Jose, because that's where the airport is. Because it is time for us to start getting COVID vaccines. Now, I know not everybody agrees with the vaccines, and that's not what this channel is about. Everybody gets to make their own choice on what they think is right for them and their situation. Curt and I have decided we are getting the vaccines, and it's time to do that. Now, we have the van and the cats, so we have that to think about. So what we have decided to do is go home one at a time. And I'm going first. Tomorrow morning, I fly out, head to Orlando, to go get my vaccine. I'm gonna cram in some time with my friends and family, do a little shopping for some stuff we need in the van, and then I will come back, we will regroup from that, and then Curt will go home to get his vaccine. So that is the plan. That's what's going on. I have to get a COVID test so that I can fly home. The good thing is it's the antigen test, so it's much easier than the PCR test. So I think we can do that first thing in the morning. Got to make a few copies that'll help me get back into Costa Rica when it's time to come back. So yeah, it's kind of a really big moving day for one of us anyway. So then we'll just have to see what Curt gets into while I'm gone. All right, let's drive to the city. So it's a 3.5 to 4 hour drive from the camp we just left to the airport. Curt found us a camp much closer to the airport. Reached out, they have room for us, and that's where we're headed for the night, so we'll be a lot closer to the airport in the morning. Now, one thing about Costa Rica, they do still have some COVID restrictions. And one of the restrictions that they have is driving restrictions. Certain days you cannot drive, depending on the last number of your license plate. And it applies to tourists and international travelers like us. So with our license plate, we are not allowed to drive in Costa Rica on Sunday and Thursday. But my flight leaves on Monday morning, so we have to get closer to the airport. So we are driving on a Sunday, but there is an exception. If you have an airline ticket and you're headed to the airport, or you're picking somebody up to or from the airport, you can drive on the days you're not allowed to. So hopefully we don't get pulled over, but if we do, we'll be okay. We just have to show them my airline ticket. So that's what's going on right now. Curt is driving us on this beautiful little windy road that follows right along Lake Arenal, which is really pretty. So
yeah, and I can't help but notice there's a ton of lots for sale. Lakeview lots. I mean, I can't even count how many there are, but a ton of them. So if anybody's thinking about Costa Rica Lakeview, this is a place to look for sure.
Another really cool thing that's happening when I go home to get my vaccine, we're stocking up on some stuff, easy stuff, picking up some new clothes and stuff like that. But you guys may remember when we were at Izalco volcano in El Salvador, and Curt did the really cool hike with Danny and Emily and the Vandersons. We had that amazing campsite looking out over the valley and all the volcanoes, and Curt put the drone up, and the drone never came back. We lost the drone. Well, you guys have been absolutely amazing. You know we live on a very tight budget to be able to do this kind of travel. Drones are not cheap, but several of you rallied up and sent us some money to help get us a new drone, and we have got enough money to pick up a drone. So I'm going to do that when I'm back home in Florida. So when I come back, we will have a nice brand new big drone that will go high up in the air again and get all these amazing shots that Curt used to get with the old drone. And that's going to be awesome. So huge thank you to you guys for rallying and helping us do that. We promise we will make it worth it with some epic drone shots when I get back.
It's getting real. Snow's leaving the van, and me and the kitties. She's going back. She can't take it anymore. But she's driving. We're on the way to the campground before we go to the airport. We're driving through the Costa Rica countryside. We've just come through Vulcan Arenal area, La Fortuna, and we're on a little bit of a windy road, and it's just beautiful, very green here. Of course, we're in rainy season. I think this is kind of cloud forest environment. We're climbing a steep hill, but just take a look out there, guys. There's a lot of cows here, and definitely a bit more, I don't know if you call it advanced or what, over the rest of Central America that we've seen in terms of infrastructure, roads, all that type of stuff. They just seem to be a little bit ahead of the curve on that. There's a cool topiary garden over here in front of a little church. I think that was on our list of things to do, wasn't it, Snow?
It just was there in case we were in this town at the right time. Just a place to get out and stretch our legs. That's not right now because we're headed towards the airport.
Snow's leaving us.
I'm gonna miss my kitties. Maybe Curt.
It'll be a pleasant reprieve from Curt.
Alright, it's bright and early on a Monday morning. We have left our campsite. We have to, of course, go to the Copia store. I've got to print out a few declaration things for getting back into the United States. And then it is to my COVID test. And then to the airport. So we got a hectic next hour. I always get anxious when it's time to fly. But it'll be all good.
Then turn right onto Calle Lelio.
What's going on, buddy? All right. I think the kitties know something's up. Snow's in there getting copias. She's about to leave the van for almost a week. So it's just gonna be me and the kitties all by ourselves.
Step one is done. Copies are made. It went fairly smooth. Now, COVID test.
All right, guys, there she goes. She's on her way.
Headed to Florida. See some friends and family and get the vaccine. See y'all on the plane.
All right, take care.
Honey.
All right.
Bye, kitties. All right, so stuff got a little hectic because we couldn't find the lab where I was supposed to get my COVID test. I stressed out. Curt, of course, made it all work out fine. Got my COVID test. I've made it through security. I am checked in. I am way early, so I'm going to go get some lunch. And then we just wait on the email to come with my COVID test, and my plane leaves in like 2 hours. So I'm on my way home, guys. Okay, to give you guys an update on kind of what it takes to board the plane. So I got my COVID test this morning. They email you the results within 1 hour. So I got here to my gate, and they call you up, they call your name, and you go up, and you show them the email of your COVID tests, you give them your passport. There's a form you have to sign declaring that the COVID test is real and accurate and that you did that test. And then they issue your ticket to get on the plane. It's actually pretty easy. So I'm all officially checked in. We're boarding. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind the scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.